Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
Holy cow, it's been a minute.
It has been so long.
It's been like, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
I mean, this is the first show of June.
The first show of June, which is nuts because it's already July.
It's already July.
Where does the time go?
In the cosmos, in the atmosphere, time is of an illusion. So many different things.
And you got to use your illusion too.
You got to use it or lose it, I hear.
How do you lose an illusion?
Usually you get help. That's
when you lose it?
Yeah.
You have to call like a magician?
An illusionist.
An illusionist.
Are
illusionists and magicians the same thing?
How do you feel about Ed Norton?
I like Ed Norton. Hell of a talent.
Does it enhance or reduce your opinion of him knowing that he dated Kurt Cobain's wife?
I mean, a lot of people did. I don't like, do we have a tally or a running sheet of everybody who's dated? I don't know. Like,
right. I mean,
he was also like, wasn't he married to Salma Hayek too?
I don't know the man's. I know he was a rhino.
Let's find out Edward Norton's relationship history.
His relationship history.
Let's see. Was he married to freaking what's his personal life? That's that. Yep. Okay, right here. Dated his on-screen co-star.
Okay.
In '96.
Right.
When did Cobain die? When did Kurt Cobain die?
94.
94. Okay. So, after the fact. Also,
Bergman says the question of scale as to the difference between a magician and illusion.
Where do you fall on the magician illusionist scale? Like, are you,
Well, I feel like it's one of those things of like, do you make movies or do you make film?
Right.
Like
right.
you're both assholes. So
gotcha. Apparently he was not married to him and Salma Hayek were not married. I thought they were for some reason. But they dated.
Okay.
So good for them. And then he has since married a Canadian film producer.
Good for him.
Good
nice
for
Canadian
and they have a son. Congratulations. That's good.
Yeah.
You
can't get more polite than that.
Huh?
Can't get more polite than that,
A Canadian? A Canadian?
Yeah, of course.
Is that like the most polite profession you can have as a Canadian film producer?
I think so. I think so. There's like zero chance of a casting call couch situation, Magician is smaller, close up, and illusionist is larger stuff, like Copperfield.
Okay, so the illusionists are like more of the like overproduced, overbooked nonsense. Like it's a show, and they really aren't.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like the Penn and Teller, right?
I like the Penn and Teller.
You like the Penn and Teller.
I like the little comedy bit. I was a huge Amazing Jonathan fan. Like I really liked his stuff as a kid, which maybe was not the right age for me to be watching that realism. As I get older, I'm also like, I was a huge fan of that as a kid. Probably shouldn't be watching it. I would never want, like my nephews to participate in that. But, it did a great thing for me back then.
It's interesting you bring that up because I'm in a little bit of a situation myself. Okay. Now I have a teen daughter, I guess not technically a teen, but is going to be a teen very soon. She's 12. Going on 13, and she is all of teen. She's going into the goth phase.
Oh,
which is a lot to handle as a dad.
Christy and I were just talking about the goth phase. Continue. I have theories.
So, but for this summer, and the kids are on summer break now, which is driving me crazy because they have nothing to do but bug me. That's all they have to do.
Gosh.
And she, for summer break, said, I want to watch some scary movies.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like this.
But she's also 12.
Yeah.
So like it now it's on me.
Okay.
To say, what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And for me, I don't remember. Okay. I don't remember a lot of things.
I mean,
So something that pops in my head. I'm like, oh, we should watch that, and then I'm gonna end up sitting on the couch being like, oh god.
okay, well, like you're looking at
Mhm.
a newly designated horror movie aficionado. Because I
Okay.
got something to tell y'all. Okay, they ain't scary to me no more.
Oh, you ain't scared?
I ain't scared no more, and nobody's telling me I'm scared of them. So guess what? I'm a grown ass man who can pick out his own movies,
Right.
and I watch these movies all the time. And I gotta tell you
Mhm.
something. I feel like this is now my identity. It's like
Oh,
the horror.
you finally got one.
Give me another month. I'm gonna have so many more.
Right.
I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands. So I keep making that joke subtly and just
it's funny to those that know.
it's so but yeah, I have been watching a lot of horror movies lately. What is okay, so if she's wanting to watch horror movies, what are you thinking of like showing? And have you showed her anything yet?
Well, we've started. Okay. So I wanted to start off with, I wanted to start off with something that was safe.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Sure.
But something that, could be scary to
Sure.
someone her age, but something like to me, not so much. So I was like, you know what? I'm a big fan of the Universal monsters, right?
Hey.
She's seen the original Dracula before, which if you've seen the original Dracula, it's just a boring ass fucking movie. Like nothing happens.
It's an acquired taste, but you kind of watch them for the appreciation.
Yes, exactly. For the history of it all, right?
Yes.
So she's seen Dracula, she's seen the original Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, let's kick it up a notch. Let's kick it up with something that when I was her age, I thought was scary, right?
Yep.
That's my frame of reference. So when I was her age, it was fucking 1999. So at the time, the thing that was scarier than shit was Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. So we watched Brendan. I mean, for the time, like you have to like those effects at the time were fucking astounding. They were astounding.
Brother, I was right there. I saw it all happen.
So we watched Brendan Fraser's The Mummy.
Sure.
That movie is okay.
It's a fun little romp.
It's fun.
Yeah.
The scariest part of the whole thing is the flesh or the beetles that go inside you and then eat you from the inside. Like that's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Of the whole thing. Other than that, it's okay. There's a lot of all of a sudden we find the thing that there's a lot of national treasure-ness to it all. We're going to move this mirror and it's going to light up the whole room. Never mind that these mirrors haven't moved in 10,000 years.
Right.
It's fine.
It's a quick little D&D campaign.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we watched that. She was not impressed.
Okay.
And so we just started for the second thing because her friends started watching it. So we're like, okay, this will be like, keeping up with the Joneses type of situation.
Yeah.
We just started watching the first season of Stranger Things. Okay.
Yeah.
And so we're on episode 2. And of course I'm sitting there and episode 2 is when, Steve and Nancy are getting a little frisky. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember how far this goes.
Not very far.
I don't remember how much they show. And I don't remember.
It's like,
Right. I mean, there's enough.
Hey, but it's enough. Right. Yeah. I totally understand what you're saying.
And so as we're watching, I'm just kind of like, oh, look, this is Demogorgon. Thank God.
Somebody's getting murdered. Good.
Yeah. Thank the Lord. R.I.P. Barb.
Justice for Barb.
Justice for Barb. Which we're going to talk about some justice coming up here. But
I got receipts, brother.
So So it's been touch and go, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like I want her to experience, you know, the horror
It's
side,
yeah, like, it's the
kind
type of
of.
thing where you kinda gotta ease into it. Bergman, I'm very interested in to
Yeah,
know.
please, if you got suggestions in the chat, as
Um,
a father.
so, like, I mean, growing up, like okay, let me take a step back. For kids, not having any of my own, but knowing
Mhm,
what I kinda went through as a child, like,
mhm. What would
I
you
feel
show
like
your cats?
huh?
What would you show your cats?
Oh, everything. Believe me, my cats have seen some shit,
Oh, I believe it.
so they are they're fine. Um, I feel like it's one of those things where you kinda gotta, like, ease into it and maybe focus on, like, some horror adjacent material
Mm,
where it's like, it's spooky,
right.
but not, like, scary. You gotta start with the spooky and then get to the scary. So,
Mhm.
like, things like Beetlejuice, Addams Family. I mean, hell, there's
Mm.
that Wednesday show on Netflix now
Yeah,
that
which we got Netflix for the Stranger Things, so we'll probably
all
watch that at some point.
yeah, which, like, all the kids love. Um, there's probably, like, a lot more young adult type, you know, shows and movies that honestly, like, I'm out of touch with, but I
Right.
know, like, Wednesday's a thing.
Mhm.
And, like, Beetlejuice is coming back, and that's, like, Jenna Ortega's, like, all over that.
Right.
Um, because like, the goth movement is fully coming back.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's
Like, a
coming
big
back.
I'm
Get your trip
seeing
pants, kids.
I'm s I'm seeing the media. I'm seeing and yeah, like, I'm seeing a lot of Addams Family, seeing this Beetlejuice movie, starting to like, it is on the verge of a comeback. So if you still
Mhm.
got your trip pants, if you still got your fucking
Your eyeliner.
eyeliner, is that what the goth kids wore?
I was a grunge kid,
If
I don't know.
Christy's in the chat, because I think she was saying, like, she seems to know a lot about that stuff.
Mhm.
There it is!
Oh, shit.
Christy! What do you mean it's coming back and never left? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like at some point, everything goes away.
Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts forever.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Fear Street.
Fear Street.
Fear Street is the series written by R.L. Stine,
Okay.
which was intended for young adults. All on Netflix.
Okay.
All on Netflix.
Okay. Well,
You
his
know?
his his new fucking Goosebump thing on Disney Plus sucks a dick, so,
Yeah.
um
Scary
oh, no, fuck you. Fuck you, Bergman.
stories to tell in the dark?
Dude, the ribbon story still fucking haunts me,
Hmm.
okay?
What
Still
about
haunts me.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
See, that
Or is that too 90s nostalgia?
I feel like that one doesn't age well.
No?
That's what I feel. I feel like they were trying to use some effects and things like that.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Um, we do know that on the list, we're gonna show her The Shining, because it is referenced in almost every
Wait,
show.
hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Real quick, I do want to call out Scooter's
Mhm.
reference to Cats,
Okay.
because that is very much horror adjacent, depending on how you look at things.
That's true.
Um, what about Don't Be Afraid of the Dark?
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know what that is. Unless it's like a post prequel or something to Are You Afraid of the
Yeah,
Dark?
is that one of them M. Night Shyamalans?
Well, I don't know. It could just be a show. Um, The Shining.
Yeah,
When was the last time you saw The Shining?
forever ago.
Okay, maybe rewatch The Shining before you show it to your 12-year-old daughter.
Okay. Is there something I'm forgetting?
Oh, there's probably a lot you're forgetting. Like a dude in a bear costume fellatioing some other guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like the decrepit old lady coming out. Like there are boobies.
Yeah, but, like,
Great titties.
okay. I
Great
mean,
titties that turn into like decrepit titties because
right.
it's this like old
Okay.
bloated woman who's like falling apart. And then
Yeah.
like the attempted murder of a mother and child.
Yeah, it's
And
fine.
then just like the buckets of blood pouring out of an elevator.
Hmm. You're making me rethink this.
I mean, it's a great
Because
movie. It's a great
because
movie.
we just watched the Rocko's Modern Life episode where they spoof it,
Right.
and then I was like, "Oh, The Shining, of course."
Okay.
but then you don't like the things you are mentioning to me as a father are raising concerns. So
Bergman, no. Bergman's suggestion: Hereditary or Midsummer. Yeah. Scar, not scare. If you want to scar your children,
not so much.
Watch those. If you want to scare your children, maybe go more of the spooky route.
Okay.
Oh, Scooter saying produced by. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, I know what that is now. The Del Toro thing. Yep, I remember.
These are all things I haven't seen. Like I'm gonna have to watch them and then watch them again.
Maybe that. Like, isn't there some like website that like parents can go to of like, is this appropriate for my kids.com?
Yeah, but then
like
you have to like read between the lines to see if this is some Christian thing.
I mean, they usually are.
I know, which is like the bummer.
Which sometimes you can get the best suggestions from like those Christian websites.
That's true.
Because if it's like this movie worships Satan, I'd be like, all right, check it out.
I only use them for like if I really want a good like mixed popcorn recipe, like then you go for the Christians because they know what's up.
I'm seeing if I have anything over here. No, everything I've got is pretty fucked up, and you should never show those to your children.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like my father, who at the age of 8 showed me Phantasm. So
I just bought Phantasm.
Did you really?
On VHS.
Fuck you.
Wait, I think I might have it over here.
Which to this day, like I still have recurring nightmares about that ball. So thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. Trying not to do that. I mean, that's what I'm trying not to do.
But I mean, like, think about it though. Like, everybody's parents fucked them up. I mean, shit.
Me and the wife are having this conversation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As a parent, what you have to realize is that you are going to fuck up your kid.
Yes.
It is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to happen with something that is going to be a nothing moment for you, but is going to mean the fucking world to them. And it doesn't matter whether you try to do everything right or whether you try to do everything wrong. There's going to be something. So it is your job as a parent to try to minimize that as best you can. And hopefully the thing you fucked them up is you overcooked their grilled cheese or something. Not that you showed them a ball going into a man's skull and then drilling into his forehead.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Bergman says maybe The Witches, even the newer one with Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
Start small. Yeah.
I'll have to look into that. Like, she likes Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
The show? Like the Netflix one or the ABC one?
I mean, I just got Netflix, so I'm going to go with the ABC one. One with Melissa Joan Hart.
Oh, that's the ABC one. Because, I mean, I haven't watched the one on Netflix.
Is that in the Archie universe?
Yeah, it's the Archie universe. Like, it crosses over with Riverdale. They said it's a crossover with Riverdale, but like one character shows up and everybody was like, that's dumb. Don't do that again. And I don't think they did. I
tried to watch the Riverdale show and I'm like, this is horrible.
It's
terrible.
It's fucking Archie. What are we doing? It's like fucking heroin, fucking Gutterville Archie. Like what? Like, come on, guys. It's Archie.
It's banging his teacher. Spoilers.
Netflix. The Netflix one might not be a bad one for Sabrina.
Oh, okay.
No. Research.
Yeah. So anyways, we're getting into that, but we've got some shit to talk about here tonight.
It's been
holy shit
a few days. It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks, but I want to talk about the breaking news.
Yeah, we start with breaking news.
Breaking news because goddamn
hot topic of the week, folks.
The day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to alarm you all, but a lot of things are happening in this country that, I don't watch the news. Okay, I'm going to start with that. I don't watch the news. I'm not up to date on what's happening. Every now and then, I'll get like bits and pieces like, oh, Trump's guilty of 34 felonies. Oh, the president's son is guilty of 5 felonies. Oh, this is going on. That's going on. And it just kind of bounces in and out because, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't. At the end of the day,
what the fuck?
It doesn't matter.
The whole world's falling apart.
The whole world's falling apart. It doesn't matter, and there's nothing I can do about it. So usually these type of things like don't catch my eye. But there was an atrocity today that, folks, is threatening American freedom. And that's why I had to support the troops. That's why, as someone who was born in this country, I had to put my foot down, because they are trying to destroy an American hero. Okay? Like that motherfucker who took the picture of McCarthy being carried into the water. Like that motherfucker who, like, exposed the assholes at Watergate. They're trying to tear down
Nixon.
A true American hero. Folks, they have banned Joey Chestnut from the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
Absolutely wild.
What, like, so a little bit, yeah. So the context of it all, at least from what I had read, was Joey Chestnut agreed to like a sponsorship deal with Impossible Foods. I want to say it was.
I believe so.
Okay. And because of that, the Nathan's Hot Dog Group and the Major Eating League, I think it's
Major League Eating.
Major League Eating. There you go. Yes, Major League Eating said, yo, we're not cool with that. He's banned. Because they saw it as direct competition. Now, Joey Chestnut has since come out and said that he does not have a sponsorship with any of these other companies. So in my understanding of the situation has been like, he is somebody who is essentially paid, because I think they're all more or less paid.
Well, they ain't doing it for free.
Well, yeah, like that amount of like just that's so much work. But yeah, he was essentially like he was a part of that. He was getting paid for it, and then they were like, no, if you're going to do that, like we're not doing business anymore. Which out of nowhere, like it just seems like, whoa, like were there no conversations?
Right.
What happened here?
Oh, Bergman brings up a great point. If we were upset when Kobayashi was banned in the mid 2000s for the same thing, listen, when he showed up in the crowd with his sunglasses and entourage,
I remember that now. Actually, yes.
I was like, okay,
well,
okay.
I have an update after all of this.
Oh shit!
Just to say,
okay.
So yeah, so like he came out, he made a statement. And let me see if I can pull up his what he said.
Please, because the fact of the matter is, while you're trying to pull that out, the only reason people watch the 4th of July hot dog eating contest is to see whether or not anyone can beat Joey
Jaws, man. Like, come on.
He is the draw.
Yeah, he is the ticket.
Exactly.
He is the sellout. Maybe the guy that drinks like the gallon of lemonade now, but like he is the sellout.
He is. And when Kobayashi was there, and Chestnut was going, it was a true like patriotic event.
Yeah, which we'll get to in just a moment. But I've got what Joey said on Twitter right here.
Please.
This was this was yesterday. So the news actually broke yesterday. I read about it, texted you this morning. Here's what he said. He said, I was gutted to learn from the media. From the media. So motherfucker didn't even get a FedEx.
He didn't get a phone call.
He didn't get a phone call. from the media that after 19 years, I'm banned from the Nathan's July 4th hot dog eating contest. I love competing in that event. I love celebrating America with my fans all over this great country on the 4th, and I have been training to defend my title. To set the record straight, I do not have a contract with Major League Eating or Nathan's, and they are looking to change the rules from past years as it relates to other partners I can work with. This is apparently the basis on which I'm being banned, and it doesn't impact the 4th of July event. Sadly, this is the decision of Nathan's and Major League Eating this is the decision Nathan's and Major League Eating are making, and it will deprive the great fans of the holidays' usual joy and entertainment. To my fans, I love you and appreciate you. Rest assured, you'll see me eat again soon. Stay hungry. I love that. Now, I'm going to read Major League Eating's comment, which, if you have not read this, this is by far like one of the worst press releases I think I've ever read.
Okay. They need a new marketing department.
So you hear Joey, like you see what Joey said when he's like, I found out about this through the media.
Right.
I do not have a contract with these people.
Mm-hmm. I
have partnered with another organization, and now they want me banned. This is what the MLE said.
Okay.
Joey Chestnut's decision to represent a rival hot dog brand. We are devastated to learn that Joey Chestnut has chosen to represent a rival brand that sells plant-based hot dogs rather than competing in the 2024 Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. MLE and Nathan's went to great lengths in recent months to accommodate Joey and his management team, agreeing to the appearance fee and allowing Joey to compete in rival unbranded hot dog eating contests on Labor Day. For nearly 2 decades, we worked under the same basic hot dog exclusivity provisions. Which, what a fucking term. Hot dog exclusivity provision.
Hot dog gate,
How do I get one of those? However, it seems that Joey and his managers have prioritized a new partnership with a different hot dog brand over our long-time relationship. Joey Chestnut is an American hero. We would love nothing more than to have him at the Nathan's famous international hot dog eating contest, which he has dominated for years. We hope that he returns when he is not representing a rival brand. How about you go fuck yourself? And like that is like there was no bedside manner in that response.
No,
that is like, hey, we worked with him for almost 20 years. He decided to flake. He decided to go away. Like,
and to be perfectly
honest, wait. I just got to say this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay? And maybe this is just me. Okay. Maybe this is just me. But before Joey Chestnut, did anybody really give a shit about the hot dog eating contest?
Just for Kobayashi. That was
Kobayashi. Okay, so you had Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut.
And then they banned that motherfucker too.
And who has been carrying the torch? That organization for 20 years. And then you're just going to kick him out the fucking door? Well, I got some news for you.
Oh, shit.
It ain't over.
It ain't over?
It ain't over for Joey.
Oh, shit.
And you know who else it ain't over for?
What's that?
Kobayashi.
No!
From CNN.
Oh, shit.
World record holder Joey Chestnut may not be competing at Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest this year, but now fans will be able to watch Chestnut face off with his rival Kobayashi on Netflix on Labor Day.
No shit.
The two professional competitive eaters will face off in a Netflix special titled Chestnut versus Kobayashi, unfinished beef, which the streaming company advertised as a a determination of the ultimate hot dog eating champion.
USA.
Bourbon in the chat says, for what it's worth, Kobayashi went to promote Hoffman's. Oh shit. He was there in 2011 where he ate 101 hot dogs without buns in 10 minutes at the fair. Brother,
Here's the thing. What my point was going to be, the
Yeah.
real reason that Joey Chestnut is American hero is that he's able to eat those nasty ass fucking Nathan hot dogs. They're
Nathan
fucking
hot dogs are
gross.
not good. Yeah.
Hoffman's is where it's at.
Were you a Hoffman's or a Hyde's kid?
Oh, I was a Hoffman's guy.
See, I was Hyde's primarily, but every now and then we would sneak over to Route 11 and get a good
the last time we down here in the Florida, we had the Publix. And they get you with the BOGOs, like that's their gimmick.
Ah, yes.
And they had BOGOs Nathan's, and I was like, okay, you know, I mean, I could pay $7 for a fucking package of hot dogs, or I can get a BOGO Nathan. So we got the BOGO Nathan's. We didn't finish the package because they were so fucking gross.
Not good.
They're not good hot dogs.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Nathan's. You trashed a goddamn American hero, and now who's gonna benefit? Fucking Netflix.
Is there serious question. Is there a picture of Joey Chestnut on the internet that's not just like the most disgusting photo you've ever seen?
No, and that's the way it's gonna stay. He is a man of action, and you take those action shots when you can get it.
Yeah.
So this is what it really comes down to. Again, Trump, a man who has been convicted of 34 felonies. He may be president someday. Again, the president's son, convicted of 4 felonies. Nobody gives a shit. Joey Chestnut goes vegan. Burn that motherfucker to the ground.
How dare they?
That's the country we live in, folks.
In this economy, too. Like, what are we doing?
Right, exactly.
What are we doing? Yeah, so interesting times ahead on that front, I will say.
But I think it's time that we talk a little pro wrestling.
Oh, you thought just by the fucking unhinged thumbnail that I generated this afternoon was all we were going to talk about? No, we are bringing it back. Listen, folks, because we are now like the 60-40, more the 40%, you know, wrestling content channel now. Okay.
Yeah, because
like
that's what gets the views, folks.
Okay. You know what? No. I got something to say.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Because there's a couple of topics we were going to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit of Clash at the Castle.
Yep.
Kind of the lead up into that. And then I had pitched that, hey, I would like to make some responses,
please,
to some of the feedback that we've been receiving on our YouTube channels recently. Hang on.
Yeah.
Bergman, what did you just send me?
Oh boy.
Hang on. Bergman just sent me this picture. Wonderful. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, you know, I mean, it seems that this comes to a surprise to a lot of the people that leave comments on our YouTube shorts of like, oh, why are you commenting? Why are you so engaged? Well, dickhead, it's a fucking YouTube channel that we run. It's kind of like our job in a way. But a couple of weeks ago, we were discussing AEW's Double or Nothing.
That's right.
I believe it was. Specifically a spot in the show where Edge / Adam Copeland made a really dumb decision to jump off the top of a steel cage and ended up fracturing his tibia. Yeah, was it his tibia? Yeah, his tibia. Yeah. And we talked at length about how it was stupid, how it was unnecessary, and that you should know better. Well, the fine folks on YouTube who watched our shorts had some things to say to us.
They had an opinion, yeah.
They had opinions for sure. And listen, okay. I understand that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And we're not here to take anybody's opinion away. We're not here to tell people like to think this way or another way. Yes, because you know, you're America, okay? And America, right here.
Colt 45.
Colt 45. It's America.
Works every time.
Works every time. But I'm just gonna read off some of the comments that we've been
Ooh,
receiving.
okay.
There was somebody that said, "Oh, womp womp fruitcakes. Copeland spot was sick. If you don't like it, go watch boring wrestling matches. LOL." To which a reply that I had sent was, "A botch spot that looked terrible that led to a broken leg was sick." Okay. Somebody else said, like, "Oh, tell me you're a WWE fanboy without telling me you're a WWE fanboy. His whole career, he did everything to entertain the fans. He always did dangerous spots. Just think about all he and Christian did with the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys. That's not selfish. That's entertainment."
Well,
going for the hot takes for the views. Yeah. That one's actually an accurate comment.
okay.
I will say. So jumping off a cage is selfish. He isn't selfish. And then like basically just people like saying stuff like that. Well, I disagree with all of you on that. I'm just gonna say that. And let's make this let's make this a series of shorts. Like all you fucking idiots on YouTube who comment on these things, be like, "Oh, you don't know anything about it. You're a fucking WWE fanboy. Tell me you're a fanboy without telling me you're a fanboy." Yeah, well, tell me you don't know shit about dick without telling me you don't know shit about dick when it comes to professional wrestling. I know a thing or two about professional wrestling. And you know who else knows a thing or two about professional wrestling? Well, I'm gonna tell you who knows a thing or two about professional wrestling. Adam Copeland. Okay?
Oh.
Because here's what Adam Copeland said.
Oh, shit.
"I didn't even consider getting injured." So a little fella over there who, let's see, where are you? Where are you? Who was saying that, like, oh, they know the risks? Clearly he didn't, because clearly he wasn't thinking. You know what else he said? I mean, because listen, I got an article from SI.com, Sports Illustrated, where he said all of this. Do you know what else he said? He said, "I got cocky." Okay. Talking about how he got cocky, talking about how he wanted that moment for himself. Okay. He said his biggest concern when I got up there, how do I not crush him? Him being Malachi Black. I didn't even consider getting injured, meaning he didn't know the risk he was about to take. Maybe somebody who's not cocky and not selfish would understand the risk and understand that, hey, maybe the fact that you're 50 and you broke your fucking neck once, you really shouldn't be jumping off the top of a cage. Okay. And then, there was, what else? What did he say? Okay. My take was, if I jumped off the side, landed on my feet, and hit him with my arm, but not my body, then the table would break because of the sheer height. It's exactly how I planned it. What a dumb fucking idea, number one. And then what does he say? He said, "This is something I could have pulled off when I was 35. My brain was telling me, I got this. Just land and roll backwards," I told myself, which I did. But from 15 feet high, my 50-year-old tibia didn't agree. That sounds like somebody who didn't know the risk. My goodness. You would think that a grizzled old vet like Adam Copeland, who has been doing this for how long? Many, many decades? Who has been around the block, a Hall of Famer, a true legend of the sport? You think somebody like that would know better, but no, he wasn't thinking, so clearly he didn't care. He also said, there was another great quote that I wanted to pull up, but I'm going to pull up another person's quote because there was somebody else who commented on this match and somebody else who commented on this spot. You know him very well. I shall say, I know him because I had a very awkward car ride with him. But Bully Ray chimed in. Bully Ray, former Bubba Ray Dudley, a man who has gone toe to toe with Edge multiple times. Had some of the best matches of their careers together. It did some of the most insane spots 25 years ago that were crazy, entertaining because they were done 25 years ago when they were both young and capable and able to pull off that crazy shit. You know what Bully Ray said?
What did he say?
You already got your WrestleMania moment when you speared Jeff Hardy in midair at WrestleMania 17. You didn't have to do that. So all those people that were like, oh, he was just going out there to entertain the fans. He was just trying to give us a moment. Motherfucker has been in every goddamn highlight reel for the last 25 years. He doesn't need another moment. He doesn't need another big pop. Yeah, it's cool when he gets them, but guess what? He can do, and this is the other thing he said too. Copeland said he could have done the same spot off the top of the rope. The top
100%. 100%.
And it would have gotten just as much mileage out of him jumping off the top of the cage and landing clean.
And still, either way, no one would have remembered it. Because fucking Gangrel was coming out at the end for the fucking finish.
Because that match and that show were overbooked. I rest my case.
I mean, I hate to agree with Bully Ray, but like...
I hate to agree with him too. But guess what? Sometimes he knows what he's talking about. Sometimes. Unlike you fucking morons. No, you're not morons. Okay. Listen, come on. Like this is a safe place to hang out. Okay. I'm only kidding. Okay. I don't hate you. Okay. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your comments. We love the engagement. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Let them know that, we're here. And comment. Let me know how much you hate me right now. That's what I want to know. Okay. But and also let me know how mad at me you are because I'm right and you're wrong. So yeah. Was there anything you had about that?
I mean, no, just that we got a lot of engagement over on the TikTok as well.
Oh, I haven't checked TikTok in like forever.
Dude, it's TikTok's the Wild West.
Is it the Wild
okay?
West? Let's see.
Because people don't know whether it's gonna stay or go. So
so it's just like firing off on all cylinders. I like that.
TikTok is like Orlando, Florida.
Oh.
Okay.
Jesus.
To where you've got all ends of the spectrum and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, and AEW's Double or Nothing was definitely overbooked for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of painted themselves in the corner with their next event coming up with Swerve versus Ospreay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do. But either way, they're not... The thing about AEW is they stopped booking for the long term. And that's where I think they're really dropping the ball. They're booking now for the big one-off pop, which is a very short-sighted thing to do.
Yeah.
Because obviously the smart thing to do would be give Ospreay the belt over in England.
Yeah.
It would make sense. But you give him a title shot the pay-per-view before.
Mm-hmm.
So you're either going to do a fuck finish on a pay-per-view, which is going to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You're either going to beat him on the pay-per-view before, which is also terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to let him win the title not in his home country. So any way you look at it, it's not smart. So I think they've kind of lost their way a little bit.
Yeah, and, we were talking a little bit about that the last time we were on here, and like we've said it time and time again, like we aren't against AEW.
No.
Like I like the fact that they're around. I like the fact that there is another organization that exists. I would just like to see them offer something different that I can invest in. And I know that there are people invested in it because like this is the type of wrestling that they enjoy, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're trying to be a major competitor and you're really trying to like take part of the market share, you've got to book for the long term. I don't see them booking for the long term because the other organization that did this currently has a docuseries on Vice called Who Killed WCW.
I mean, not even that. Like, they right now are reminding me so much of early TNA that...
Oh my God.
In the aspect that, like, you desperately want to like early TNA when it came out because there was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And the WWE sucked so much dick that like you're looking for any alternative,
Anything.
right?
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn it, can we not fucking put Jeff Jarrett over? Like anybody else.
That was their biggest mistake, is because I was like super into TNA at that like early 2000s era when like WWE had just bought up all the competition and the product began to suck. TNA was a good alternative, but you started to see like, all these guys over here that I want to see on top are just like still all the way down the card, and I'm forced to watch fucking Jeff Jarrett doing whatever and no disrespect to Jeff Jarrett.
No, I got a lot of disrespect to Jeff Jarrett. He fucking no-sold me. So like,
well, okay, yeah, there's that. He's a motherfucker. But like, dude's still out there getting paid.
I mean,
dude is still out there working the system. Like you want to talk about a worker.
Oh, dude, he's the biggest carny of them all.
I would even say bigger than Hogan.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because Jarrett, I feel like actually has some decent business sense and has kept himself like out of trouble.
Yeah,
for the most part.
But this says a lot to a motherfucker who holds up a man for money and then comes back to work for him a decade later. There's a lot to be said about that.
Get inducted into their Hall of Fame.
Fucking A.
Who was it? Like, I'm sure this has happened a few times, but like, I know Warrior was the other big name that is.
You guys were part of the TNA.
TNAU in SUNY Oswego. We got so much free shit from them. I'm pretty sure that it was nuts. Good times. So yeah. That's where we are with that.
Well, we got to talk about this big premium live event,
the big old PLE
coming up.
I don't like saying PLE.
No,
like it's just I don't know. Like I get it. Like pay-per-view doesn't apply anymore. Like that's fine. But like premium live event, can't we just say like
we got to come up with a better name?
Yeah. We'll workshop and get back to y'all.
Well, the thing is, like, we have for us old school fans, right? If we can keep PPV as the acronym, it's not pay per view, but maybe it's premium purpose viewing. I don't fucking know. Something where we can just say PPV still.
I like PLE better. Let's go with that.
Anyway, we got a goddamn live event coming out in the Scotland area.
In Scotland, yes. So okay, running down the match card, which somebody else who might know more than me. Am I mistaken, or are some of these like non-core 4 or 5 pay-per-view shows featuring less matches? Because I feel like what the hell did they just have? Like they just what was the last show? The one in Saudi?
It was King of the Ring.
King of the Ring. Okay, I felt like that was only like a couple of matches. The Clash at the Castle only has 5 matches, and you got your women's tag,
right?
Your triple threat women's tag, for the titles. You got your Cody versus AJ in an I Quit match,
right?
Sammy versus Chad Gable. You got Bailey versus Piper Niven, and then you got the main, which will be Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
Right.
Like that's it.
Well, you have to remember too, when we went to the Rumble, 4 matches.
For the Rumble, that's fine.
You have the 2 Rumbles,
You got
right?
the 2 Rumbles. That's 2.5 hours right there. Maybe more.
Right. The thing is, like, Cody and AJ's going Broadway. And they're going to give Drew and Damian time, right? I mean, they shouldn't, but they're going to.
Maybe that gets, I would say, I think Cody and AJ match only goes 25 to 30. I think they get 30, 35 minutes entrance to bell.
I was saying 45.
You think
45?
That's a lot.
It's a long time.
I mean,
right?
Okay, so like Sammy and Chad isn't going more than 15, 20 minutes.
Maybe.
Really? You think they'll go long?
Because it depends on how much story they're going to put in.
They do have a lot of
Because
storylines,
if they start introducing Otis and the Alpha Academy into the story of the match, it has the potential to go Broadway. It just kind of depends on what direction they're gonna. It depends on if Gable signed on the dotted line, and if he's staying, then you've got more potential to do more things.
I think that I'm pretty sure they got him. I think that was the last report that came out. Like they offered him a lot of money,
and presumably they offered him the belt too.
I mean, whether they offered him or not, like it that makes the most sense in story. You know, and I think that where they're taking him now, the one thing that kind of bums me out about Gable is he's one of those guys that does great with everything that he does. Like he's a good hand. He's been having killer fucking matches lately, but I feel like a lot of the material he's been given either number one sucks, like Shorty G sucked, but he powered through it. Only to end up with Bobby Roode and was basically little Bobby Roode for a little while there. And then he started doing this Kurt Angle gimmick, which to his credit, he got over.
Yep.
And he eventually expanded it into the Alpha Academy, which is just, you know, Team Angle. But he's doing it in a way, like they did it in a way that was fun, that was entertaining, a little bit different than what Kurt was doing. Because like him, Haas, and Benjamin were very like serious.
Right.
You know, this has been more like the comedy ha-ha shtick, but it has pivoted because I feel like it only was going to lead to him going heel. That was the natural turn, or else it was just going to get burned out and it was going to fizzle. So him going heel makes sense, but now I'm watching this and I'm like, this is great stuff, but didn't we just do this with the Bloodline?
I mean, yes and no, but at the end of the day, like all these wrestling angles are the same, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like this was like last week, you know. It's not like it was 20 years ago. Which
but the thing, the Bloodline is on to kind of like this mafia crime boss situation.
Yeah,
where like nobody knows who's actually in charge, and
Solo's in charge.
Well, right, but like the wise man is like, hey, you know what are we doing here?
There actually is there is a layer of context into the new Bloodline angle that I think is something not a lot of people are picking up on yet. Where it's very much like Solo was brought in to be the enforcer,
right?
The Bloodline, and he was sort of led to believe that like he would be the next in line when that really wasn't ever going to be the case. So like when Roman pieced out, he was like, well, now it's my time. I'm going to do things my way. Hence just bringing in fucking like the guys that he did. And
all
it's
the Tongas.
Chaos now. Yeah. Bergman says seemingly the in-between events are between 6 and 7 matches over the past year. Plus big events like the Rumble Chamber are less because of the match like considerations. Absolutely. Yeah, that totally makes
That's
sense.
true.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess the Sammy Gable match could be a bit of a wild card. I think that could go. I still think it's going to be around that like 20-minute marker.
Okay.
Bailey and Piper, I think actually has a lot of potential to be very good.
I see that short though. I see that as short.
I think they give them around like 10 to 15.
I would say, yeah.
Priest and McIntyre, I could see them maybe keeping that to like a tight 20-25.
I mean, it depends.
Even less. I could even see them going like only 18.
I could see that too. It also depends on if they're going to get Punk involved or not. Which I definitely see. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Is it too soon to take the belt off of Priest?
I don't think so.
As two dudes that do not like him.
I don't not like Priest.
Okay.
I think that there's something they're missing there.
He hasn't established himself outside of the Judgment Day. That's the thing. He has not established himself as his own person, as his own character. So he's still the lackey in the Judgment Day.
And honestly, I don't even think he's not the best part of the Judgment Day.
No, not
No,
by a long shot.
listen, what did we say a couple of weeks ago? Dominic Mysterio.
It's a
Okay.
fucking legend.
Legend. And all you people on social media that were like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Yo, look at the numbers.
Look at the numbers. Look at that last angle on Raw.
Look at, dude. Okay, I want to talk about that real quick. Some of the best shit. Okay, you could Priest did put him all the way off to the side. Okay. Whenever the hell Carlito got interjected in this, I don't know, but I love it. Because he just seems like the dude that's just there to hang out.
Totally.
And just having a great time, which is something that I really appreciate with some of like the older crew now. Is like
Carlito looks like he's still at Susie's Tavern. Like having a beer and hanging out.
Like the dude looks fucking great.
Oh yeah, $1 million. But
like, if you didn't catch it, there was the bit on Raw this past week was Liv. Dude, the fucking shit between Liv and Dominic right now is gold. Okay, I'm excited for when Rhea comes back even more so now, just because of what the two of them are doing. But like, they did the angle where she gives him her hotel key.
Yeah.
He throws it on, the table. And then it's like the powwow with like Dominic, Finn, JD, Carlito, and Dominic's telling everybody what happened. Like, yeah. And then she gave me her, hotel room key and tried to get me to come over. And Carlito's like, oh, that's cool. And then Finn was like, no, that's not cool. And he's like, that's not cool. And then but the thing is, and I don't know if anybody else caught this. I think somebody pointed it out when they all go to like fist bump at the end of the segment. The focus is like up here.
Yeah.
But a lot of people missed Finn putting his hand over the table and swiping the card.
Swiping the key. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking money. I love this shit. I love where this is going. Good. Damian Priest doesn't need to be involved.
Not at all.
And that's part of the thing with him right now that I just can't get behind is like, where does he fit into it all? Because as the heavyweight champion, like I would want him to be like the guy on Raw. He still feels like he's second fiddle to me because he was second fiddle to Rhea. He's the heavyweight champion, and honestly, I think he's still second fiddle to the entire Judgment Day angle. I think he's second fiddle to Drew. And when Punk comes back in, like it's going to be Punk and Drew. Like that's going to be the hot thing.
The thing that I'm thinking that they're going to do, and this is almost why I think, and this is my prediction, folks, so write it down. I think Punk is going to cost Drew the match.
You think he's going to cost Drew the match?
And I think Damian Priest is going to retain the belt.
Okay.
I think that Finn is purposely trying to break up the Judgment Day because when Damian was Money in the Bank, the whole point was to get Finn the belt.
Right.
That was the storyline at one point. I think they're circling back to that, to where Finn is trying to purposely break up the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
So that he can get his shot at Damian to get the belt.
Yeah. I mean, like that to me is where I've seen it going too, because like when Finn came into the Judgment Day, like it was like, oh shit. Like that was a big turn, especially because like Edge, when he wasn't jumping off cages,
and breaking legs
and breaking his leg, was the focal point of that group. And then very quickly they kicked him out of the group. And like I always saw Finn as like, oh, he's going to be the guy who's sort of like the centerpiece, and then it didn't go that way. And I kind of feel like they're subtly playing into this like frustration angle with him without really coming out and doing and like saying it.
Right.
But I think you're right. I think that there's going to be a turn happening with that soon. I would hate for the Judgment Day to break up now.
Right.
Before I thought it was a very logical step, but now I'm like, no, like this is actually kind of entertaining. Like I would like to see this ride for a little bit longer.
It's interesting. We talked about the energy being missed with Rhea, but I think Carlito has stepped in and injected more energy,
like a little bit of something different.
yeah, into
You
that
know?
group where we're like, okay, hold on, we can hang out here a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're at the bar,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
And then all of a sudden, like everyone's ready to leave,
Yeah.
but then somebody goes over to the jukebox and puts on "Don't Stop Believin'," and we're like, okay, hold on, we gotta
I mean, if someone
wait
puts
this
on
one
"Don't
out a little
Stop
bit.
Believin'," I'm leaving. Okay? Fuck that song. That song sucks. Okay? I hate that song. God damn. Why'd you have to bring that up? But I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But yeah, Clash at the Castle is at 12:30 in the afternoon. The fuck was that?
What are you doing over there?
I don't know. Something just fucking fell on my side. A little concerned now. Clash at the Castle is at 12:30 in the afternoon. I probably will not watch it.
Nope.
At least at that time. I might tune in
I
later.
might put it on for like my rowing session at some point.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Let's do this because we've never done this before.
Okay.
Let's go down the card.
Okay.
And let's make predictions.
Ooh, predictions. Okay. So we'll start at match number 5 as it's listed on Wikipedia. You've got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the current women's tag team champions, going up against Elbow of Fire and Isla Dawn, as well as Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
What's your call?
I think he's still Bianca and Jade.
I think so. I know they're splitting them up, but I don't think it's happening yet.
No, not yet. There's no. Just don't do that right now. Yeah,
not yet.
Don't split them up now. Let it ride. They're doing great.
That's right.
Okay, so you're with Bianca and Jade on that one?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. You've got Cody versus AJ. I quit match.
I mean, Cody's winning.
Cody's winning.
I don't see Cody losing until probably WrestleMania.
And you think he's going to drop it at WrestleMania?
I think so.
I think he drops it before then.
You think he drops it before WrestleMania?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have him slip on a banana peel at Mania.
I mean, I didn't say it's not going to be a fuck finish, but I think that I can almost see, and actually Bergman kind of brings it up a little bit. I can almost see a Money in the Bank cash in situation.
No one.
The men's side is cashed in since Kane did. Seems that they aren't shifting the drill. So I could almost see when Money in the Bank happens, whoever wins that being the one to defeat Cody.
Sure.
But it's kind of like the John Cena thing, to where they never want to beat John Cena clean, right?
Right.
So every time they beat John Cena, it was either a fuck finish or it was after he had just gone through the fucking elimination chamber and destroyed everybody.
Right.
And then Edge comes out and spears
and then when Edge isn't jumping off cages, he's diving into cages to win titles.
I could actually almost see them doing that again.
I could too.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Of Cody surviving and then whoever the fuck doing that. They need a safe way to take the title off of him, and beating him clean is not the answer.
No. Well, brother, what they need to do, okay, is get him with a legitimate heel.
I mean, they don't have that, so.
Which is so weird because I felt like heels were so easy to make back in the day.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, here's the thing with pro wrestling, folks.
Yeah.
It's a balance, right? You can't have your superhero babyface without a Lex Luthor heel.
Right.
And the thing is, with Cody, they have the superhero babyface, right? Their Lex Luthor heel was Roman Reigns.
I mean, yes. On paper, yes. But fan reactions, I say no.
I mean, fans seem to like Roman Reigns as well, but
yeah.
But the thing is, like, Randy Orton's not the answer.
Randy Orton's not going to be the answer.
He's not the answer. The bloodline right now is not the answer.
Nope.
They're too green.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one really who is the heel's heel.
Yeah.
That can fill that spot. And people love AJ too much.
They do.
He's too good.
He's too good. And everybody wants him to get one more run before he's done.
Totally.
You know? Yeah, it's tough because I just can't stand these, oh, he's a bad guy, but like people still go out and they buy his t-shirts.
Right.
Or they still cheer for him, or like sometimes the audience is 50-50. Like, no, I miss the days. Like, I'm gonna say a wild fucking thing right now, but stick with me.
Okay.
I miss the days when Triple H was on top.
Ooh.
Because people fucking hated him.
Mm-hmm.
They hated him.
Mm-hmm.
And he used every piece of baggage that he had to get people to hate him. That's
true. Yes.
And I feel like he was one of the last few that, like, when he would come out during that era, people were like, we're sick of this. We don't want this. Boo you. Give us something different. I think the creative direction they're going in now, they could do the same thing, but do it in a way where people don't get bored. They don't get frustrated. But you still have that dynamic of, here is our hero.
Right.
We cheer for him. Here is our villain. We hate him. They need somebody we can hate. And sorry, but Logan Paul can only do so many matches.
He can. And it is almost like the thing that people really hated about Triple H the most was that they felt that he was an undeserving champion because of, you know, obviously his relationship with the boss's daughter, right?
Because, and then there was always the, oh, well, he's holding people down, which may or may not have been the case, but
I mean, it's true. But the thing is, like, yes, like Logan Paul would fit that bill as somebody who is a YouTube star who does not deserve that spot, but he's not good enough yet.
That's the other thing too,
to hold that spot.
And that's what I was saying. Like, he can only do so many matches. Like, and again, there's a reason why Logan Paul is wrestling the people that he's wrestling. Because he's not that good, so he needs those people to be able to carry him. Okay?
Bergman makes an excellent point.
Another piece of calculus as to the Drew and Priest. Gunther awaits in Cleveland. Might be something there.
Might be. Now, listen, Drew McIntyre versus Gunther is a fuck of a match.
That's the thing. Like,
that's a fuck of a match.
Because hypothetically, do you screw over Drew with Punk interfering and keep the belt on Priest to do Priest Gunther? Or do you give it to Drew to have the match of Drew and Gunther? But then do you take that away from Drew that quickly? Maybe you do, but I don't know.
Here's the thing. As a wrestling fan, what gets my blood pumping, right? What gives me the blue juice is Drew versus Gunther.
That's where it's at.
Priest versus Gunther does literally nothing for me.
It's a Raw match.
It is a Raw match.
A Raw main event.
Drew can beat Gunther because of kind of the receipt for the Sheamus, Drew, Gunther.
Oh, the triple threat
that happened where Gunther went over, right? So you can do that and still tell a story, and then you still get the best of three scenario.
Yeah.
To do it again where Gunther goes over. So, like, in that situation, I would put Drew over. I'd put Drew over anyway because, like, fuck this Damian Priest guy. He sucks. But, like, there's
missing something.
There's so many other ways we could do it. What else is on the fucking card? Let's go.
Oh shit! I just closed it out. Hang on, we got to run through this. Okay, we're almost done. We have got so we've got Bianca and Jade going over, Cody going over, Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable.
If Chad has signed on the dotted line, I'm giving it to Chad. If he is not, obviously it goes to Sami. But in storyline, I'm giving it to Chad.
I'm giving it to Chad. To me, it doesn't make sense for this much buildup for him to lose unless he loses and then he brings in a new squad.
Possibly.
And then it becomes that, like, because now he's no longer carrying the other three.
It only makes sense with him losing by Otis turning. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on board with that too.
That's the only way it works.
And then you've got Priest Drew.
Which...
Oh no! I'm sorry. I missed one. Bailey versus Piper.
I think it's too early to beat Bailey.
I think it is too. I would love to see more from Piper and Chelsea Green. Like, I think that they are a dynamic set. I want them to be. I really wanted Chelsea Green to win the NXT title the other week. I thought that would have been phenomenal. I would like to see them back in the title picture though for the tag team titles at least.
I agree, but for the title, I think it needs to stay with Bailey.
I think it stays with Bailey, and then you've got Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. I'm giving it to Drew.
Oh, you're going for the title switch.
I'm going for the title switch right now for Drew.
That is what I want. I don't think that's what they're gonna do.
You think they're gonna? Okay.
I think they're going to play into the CM Punk angle and keep it on Priest because of that.
Okay.
But then you're going to build to I could almost see Gunther taking it from Priest, and then you have Priest and Finn. You start that angle.
Start doing that angle. Okay.
Right. And then you've got Drew and Punk with the winner facing off of Gunther.
Yeah.
Which I would actually put Drew over Punk in that feud.
Absolutely.
To then set up your Gunther and Drew situation.
The only reason why I don't think they're going to... Okay, so here's my thought. You've got Drew McIntyre, the Scottish wrestler from Scotland. Right? He's from Scotland, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
From Scotland. They're in Scotland. If you have, in the States, if you have Punk come out and cost Drew the match, that gets the pop.
Yeah.
If you have CM Punk come out, cost Drew McIntyre the match in Scotland, and then Damian Priest goes over him in Scotland, the reaction from that crowd is going to be the exact opposite of what they were in France. Meaning they're not going to be nice. They're not going to be pleasant. Like, they will shit on the pay-per-view.
Oh, 100%.
And I think, like, you can't run Drew middle of the card.
No.
Being it's his home country, you're going to give him the match on top. And I feel like you're not going to want to end your pay-per-view that way. I'm sorry, premium live event. You're not going to want to end your premium live event that way. You think they are. You think they are, don't you?
Oh, I do. I do. Because first off, as a market, Scotland ain't France.
So you're just like, fuck the Scottish?
Give them their fucking Mars bars and call it a day.
Those are partially my people too. Okay.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm there with you, pal. But the thing is, it can't always be a happy ending.
I mean,
and Drew is a heel.
He is a heel. And I mean, like, him winning and getting the positive crowd reaction does go completely against of everything I was just saying. But this is a very special, like, situation. So
sure. I mean, there's always things for special occasions, you know. But at the end of the day, he is a heel. Not everything needs a happy ending. And I don't think they're going to pull the trigger. I just don't think they're going to do it.
Okay.
So we will see, folks.
We will see.
We will
what
see.
happens.
So make sure that for God's sakes, you tune in next week because we will know the results of said Clash at the Castle. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to vote to post your opinion on those goddamn shorts.
Yes,
because everybody else is. So like, what the fuck?
Yes, and usually I'll respond and say hi. I don't agree with your opinion, but I respect you for it.
That's right.
Yeah,
that is right. And that's really what it's about. It's about respect.
Respect.
Bergman here, real quick. 2 straight years of coming up short in the UK. It would be a choice.
That's a choice.
Listen, lots of choices are made. You take the good, you take the bad. You take them both, and there you have, folks.
That's on the show.
So for this week, I've been Jason Axe.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.